Okay, so one piece of big news today, and then just a couple piddly news. The big news, of course, is that Count Dankula is free. 800 pounds later, he does not have to go to jail. So that is great news for him. Congratulations. We're all very happy for you. Um, and of course, a lot of the leftist media was very upset about it, and he said that, I guess, one of the journalists on his way out of the courthouse asked him why he thought Gas the Jews was a funny joke, which he commented was not very good journalistic neutrality there in your interrogation. And then he said something to the effect of another journalist tried to trip his girlfriend or something like that. So definitely some dirty play going on there, on top of the fact that he still had to pay money at all for just a joke, which is super dumb. I used to think that Britain was really cool. I used to be like really into England, thought it was an awesome place, wanted to go there, even looked into moving there. Yeah, I guess never doing that. So, so that's really great news. Um, and I'm glad that we're all going to get to see more of him because he's honestly a pretty chill dude. After that, let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, Kanye West blowing up the Twitter sphere today. Apparently he swallowed a red pill with his cereal this morning and was tweeting out just a bunch of stuff, just rolling right out of his head uh, about all sorts of different things. It was kind of weird, actually. And of course, everybody on the left was just dying. Like his subreddit was really having a hard time with it. And then everybody on the non-leftist side, it's really hard to describe accurately what side that is, but it's just everybody who isn't a freaking communist. But anyway, they were all very excited about it. I tend to be a bit more cautious about that sort of thing. We've got enough people who are actual assholes on this side of the fence. I don't think we need any more. If he really is experiencing some sort of a change in perspective, or maybe this was what he was all along, we just didn't know it or something, well, great. That's fantastic, Kanye. We're all very happy for you. But I just don't feel terribly comfortable with the whole thing myself. Um, Honestly, I don't think he really knows what he's talking about. I mean, nobody's ever really taken him seriously before, so why start now? Just because he's saying something that you happen to agree with? Well, I mean, okay. You could just go buy a parakeet. Anyway, but for what it's worth, looks like he's a shitlord now, so great. Surprise. Let's see, what else? Kyle Kashev, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. The other high school, the one who isn't David Hogg, or that other one, the one who likes guns. How about that? There we go. Yeah, you all know who I'm talking about. Um, apparently he got interrogated by his school security or something because he went to a shooting range with his dad. Um, is that a crappy thing to have to endure? Yeah. Um, Obviously, it is a product of a slant. The fact that he's getting some sort of different treatment because he just happens to believe in Second Amendment rights, that is a terrible thing. Yes. But I could not stop seeing things about it in my newsfeed, and it was kind of annoying after a while. He was on a real roll. He had an awful lot to say about it, which, okay, granted, yeah, that's fine. I tend to not respond a whole lot to aggression. You know, there's just so much that we see coming from the leftist side of things where one tiny insignificant thing will happen and then they'll just blow it up huge and be like, oh, this is racist, this is horrible, how dare you open this door for me, stuff like that. And I've always viewed it as quite pathetic of them. In this case, it definitely is an injustice. It's not just somebody being polite to him and holding a door open or something, but at the same time, it's just not advisable to try to milk something. Not don't try to get every single drop out of the teat. Leave a little bit in there. That's that's my view anyway. Uh, oh yeah, there was one other thing like that too. Same kind of deal where, except well, in this case it was a little bit different. So another thing related to the UK being completely retarded. The Metro Police, I think it was, or some other Yorkshire police, they reported that they have sent a 70-some-year-old dude to jail for 8 months because he had a radar jammer on his car and flipped the camera of the bird on 3 separate occasions. Um, Ian Miles Chong got pretty upset about it, actually. And he initially broke the story himself by saying that they put him in jail because he flipped them off. So he was kind of framing it as like a free speech issue, which it really wasn't. It was they were pretty clear in their statement about why they sent him to jail, and it was, I guess the American equivalent would be obstruction of justice, where because of the radar jammer, it was interfering with the pursuit of justice, which seems totally legit. And so I kind of called him out on that one. I was like, hey, let's be accurate. And he was still very upset. Okay. And then he said that he was mostly upset because of their priorities, which is fair. That's a fair criticism of the state of the police in the United Kingdom these days. They are pretty stupid. Um, I guess it was just kind of a great example of pick your battles. And again, don't milk something for more than it's worth. Um, like that's a fair criticism to have of them. He said something to the effect of, there's gang rapes going on and stuff that they're just shrugging off. It's true, and it's reprehensible, and they are pretty shitty because of it. But this is not an example of them being shitty. Like the fact that they're doing this instead of something else, okay, yes, that's shitty, but the act itself is not a problem. This is normal police work, and I wouldn't criticize that sort of thing myself. That's just me. I'm realizing though, in this video and the previous two, I've been kind of critical of people on the non-leftist side of things, and I guess I just wanted to clarify a little bit on that. It's not that I'm, on the SJ Dub side, just like pointing a finger and shitting on people. It's more like I like to hold myself to a higher standard, and the people that I associate with, I like to hold to a higher standard, especially if we're going to assume a moral high ground over our opponents. I think that's important. So I don't know. I guess my word for the day is just be careful how you talk about things. Be careful how you react to things. Be careful how you portray things, because it really makes the difference in setting us apart from them. Um, yeah, I guess that's me today. Anyway, now I'm on Twitter, which I wasn't on the last video, and I've never actually done Twitter before. And I did a tiny bit, not really at all, and I've never really liked it. But I guess for the purpose of this channel, I'm warming up to it. Um, I'm giving it a good college try. Let's put it that way. I'm putting in a good effort. Yeah. And I'm finding that there's a lot more going on there. I mean, I kind of vaguely knew about that with all the Gamergate stuff. There was always some kind of Twitter bullshit going on, and it's kind of inundating to be in it now, just to be right there with the finger on the pulse. That's kind of a different experience, I suppose. Yeah. But anyway, I guess what this means is maybe I'll have more to talk about, which would be good since I kind of wanted my channel to be about current events anyway. So, just makes sense. Okay, well, other than that, that's all I got. Have a good evening.